The height pill. Online content that discusses how height is becoming a more and more important part of modern dating. YouTube shorts and TikToks that show short guys being interviewed about their height. The height pill is literally any online content that discusses men's height and how it works against them if they're small. And it's complete bollocks. Yep, that's right. And as a 5'5" legend that strongly opposes the black pill way of thinking and literally anyone that believes their life is doomed because of their size, I'm going to explain why the height pill is turning guys into complete retards. I was walking around, I think, in a shopping centre a couple of months ago, and something dawned on me. There's so many couples walking about, and literally all of them were in relationships where the bloke was significantly taller than the woman. And this got me thinking, 18-year-old me would have felt defeated at this revelation. Every couple I see is in a normal height relationship. I'll never be able to fulfill my future girlfriend, so I might as well give up. He was completely consumed by his own height, and he watched a lot of videos about modern dating. It was just considered throughout his life as a general rule of thumb that girls don't really go for shorter guys. And it's fascinating because I want to ask you a question, fella, and the answer isn't as obvious as you might think. Where did this belief come from? Facts? Kian, you literally said that you've barely seen relationships with a guy short, so clearly that indicates that short people aren't as attractive. And alright, stop. Let me explain what I mean. Where did this belief come from that short men are unsuccessful in relationships, actually? By the way, I'm not denying anything, like the data that proves short men have it rough. You won't catch me reading any nerdy shit, but I have a theory. If you're on this video, then I'm assuming you're a small-statured fella like myself. We are in the same boat, Jason, alright? And I'm assuming you've seen a lot of online content around women and the dating market, and even maybe some black pill, red pill, height videos, anything. And what narrative does this create in our minds? Really think about that. The book Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, which I feel completely changed my life over the last few months, talks about how your sense of self, which means the way you talk and think about yourself, is directly created by the things you hear, the conclusions you come to as a result of your traits, not the actual traits themselves. For example, after watching black pill videos about my height, they could influence me to come to a few conclusions about my own height, which would eventually paint a narrative in my head about what my trajectory in life will be with women. Online content, friends that make jokes about height, the data, all reinforce in our mind that being short is undesirable and attractive. And attractive? I mean unattractive. Every video hits us with this narrative that we're unworthy, which we start to say to ourselves in our minds without even realizing it's constantly around us. If you had like some person sitting next to you every single day saying you're fat, you're gonna start believing you're fat. We see a fit girl and immediately reject ourselves before we even get rejected by a girl. We think things like, oh, I won't approach her because I'm short, so she probably doesn't like that. And once again, we reinforce this belief in our minds that being short isn't desirable without even getting the actual visual proof in your own life. We say it to ourselves. Society might say it to our face. Online content says it a lot too. And this, over time, molds our identity into a person that struggles with his height. So bring it back to that shopping centre with the tall couples, right? Remember what I was talking about? I would make a blind guess that over 99% of guys below 5'8", which is like, 170 centimetres, walk around life with these voices inside their mind from YouTube, themselves, previous experiences, friends, reinforcing the belief that they won't be found attractive. They identify as a short guy, which in their head immediately equals ugly. Really think about that, brother. Is it any wonder that we don't see many couples where there's short men out in public? There's a lot of them that walk around already rejecting themselves before they even talk to a girl. A lot of shorter guys I know don't even look after themselves properly, and obviously it's the same for taller guys as well, but I have a feeling that a lot of short guys hold these beliefs and identity that immediately stops them from ever even considering being the first short guy they know to take the risk and start talking to girls. Put simply, I think our beliefs around our height, which have been very popular online recently, have ingrained into our brains through constant reinforcement. Our beliefs around our height are arguably just as bad, if not more damaging for short guys than their actual height itself. And this is why short guys who consume, like height pill bollocks stuff are becoming retards. Hear my words right now. You can be successful with women. But Kian, I can't because I'm short and I'm not structurally attractive in the face. Let me explain this very clearly. The way you reject your ability to get with girls because of your height is the same way a person will reject his potential to become rich because of his genetics or intelligence or external situation. It's nice for some being rich, but I have bills to pay. Fuck off. 99% of people defeat themselves before their attempts at success ever will. I fully believe the reason that so many short guys aren't successful with girls isn't because they're short necessarily. It's because they reject themselves because of their terrible internal belief systems. So I'm going to be the first to say it, mate, to you directly and with a method as well. You, as a 5'1" man, can get a girlfriend. You can have sex. You can have love. But you never heard that before, have you? But you need to get your fucking act together. Will it be hard? Yes. Do you need to fix your mental health and get in shape? Most probably. It would help. Will this require months and months, potentially, of approaching girls, texting, dates, fails? Yes. But the only reason you don't have a relationship is because you've chosen you're not worthy of one. Let's say only 0.1% of people can become a millionaire. That means people can become millionaires. And all the excuses you say, they weren't the excuses of the people that became millionaires, alright? In my opinion, the only reason I don't see shorter guys in public, I've said this 100 times now, is because the majority of them self-sabotage with black pill videos and getting fat and becoming bitter just so they don't have to go through the difficult effort of trying. And if you're on this channel, then I know you're better than that, bro. The other month, which is the footage in the background throughout this whole video, I did my first ever cold approach and it was so fun. Did I get a number? No, I think I barely asked for numbers, to be honest, but I had some nice conversations and I very quickly realised that if I wanted to meet girls and get in a relationship right now, then I just have to put in the work. That means doing what I did in this video in the background, like all that footage. I need to do that but tenfold. I need to 10 times my output, 20 times my output, 30 times my output. I need to really work on my looks, my body shape, my mentality, all of that stuff. And I know for a fact that at some point I will be in a relationship. I'm not doing that right now. This might sound like a cope, but really focused on this YouTube channel. If I really wanted to be in a relationship, then I'd just make sure I do all of the right things, you know, the correct inputs, eat cleanly, work on my mental health, my shape, and just go out and talk to a lot of girls. Go out to pubs and stuff, go out to the shopping centre, whatever. Talk to lots of girls, and eventually it will happen. Improve my ability to actually talk properly. Become more attractive, other than my height, because obviously I can't change it. And regardless of my height, that can happen. It might be harder than for a 6'4" guy, but guess what? Life isn't fair. You feel inferior around tall people? I've seen that comment quite a few times. I think I need to give you some fucking tough brotherly love. You just need to hear this shit. Fix your mental health and change your inner belief system that height immediately equals, oh, more powerful, more attractive, and you'll stop feeling like that. It actually fucking annoys me when I see people reject themselves before they've even tried something. Every black pill dwarf that... I'm attacking him like it's not... I'm not black pill, but I'm, you know, people call me a dwarf. Ever said, oh, I can't get girls because I'm short. I guarantee they have never cold approached a girl and they do not shower. You can do it, bro, and I'm with you. It all comes down to our belief systems and online content warping it. I feel like we need to create an anti-movement to become the 1% of shorter guys that don't denounce ourselves and still talk to girls and, you know, create success in their lives and actually look after themselves regardless of what others believe about ourselves. What 99% of short guys want to sort of give up and relegate themselves to the fact that, oh, they're short, so I'm never going to be successful. All right, let them get on with it, buddy. You're not one of them. It's the same with people that say, oh, yeah, I won't be able to be a millionaire, so I'm just going to get a normal job. Nothing wrong with normal jobs, but there is something wrong with you not believing in yourself. You don't have to be them. They can cope while we just get better. I do not view my height as a disadvantage. I started with what I was given, and then you just go from there. I sound so aggressive in this video, and I don't mean to come across that way, but I'm trying to help you, mate. I know there's quite a few short guys that are going to watch this video, including you, brother, all right? I'm looking at you. And I know that you have some limiting beliefs in your mind. Maybe you're one of the few that have already fixed them, and I'm so proud of you for that. Your height is not the end of the world, and you will be able to get into a relationship if you put your focus into it. I hope this video has provided some sort of value, bro. I really feel like I needed to say this because I think there's an epidemic of guys our height who really struggle to understand that it isn't their height. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of you are waking up to this, and I'm actually proud of that. If you like hearing more of these positive words of encouragement and want to join me on becoming our best selves, regardless of our stature, then I've just started a weekly newsletter called the K Weekly Journal, K for Kian, where I'm going to journal my thoughts similar to these videos, but in just more detail. Make your past and present self someone to thank, and keep chasing that best version of you 5 years in the future, fella.